Peace. King of Zion out here in nature. Once again, giving thanks for another beautiful day. Taking deep breaths, which are little love letters to your soul. I wanted to touch on something known as time travel. Not the type of time travel that they talk about in Back to the Future movies and things like that, but the type of time travel that we most likely do every day. A lot of us find ourselves hurting ourselves consistently in pain because we're too busy thinking back to those moments that we were hurt. Or a lot of us think about times in the future. Oh my God, I'm hungry. What am I going to eat then? What am I going to, where am I going to get this money from to pay this bill? I'd like to invite you to practice mindfulness. Be here now in the moment. If you focus on the present moment, there's no pain there. There's no fear there. There's only you and what you allow your mind to come up with. Right now, I feel beautiful. I'm grateful for everything I have. There were times where I didn't have the things I have now. There were times where I didn't have food on my belly. I didn't have a place to stay indoors. I didn't have everything that I have now. So I have to give thanks. I set anchors for my time travel. This is what I'm saying for people out there who would like to know how to train their brain or their mind to get back to an abundance and gratitude mindset. Start a gratitude journal. Write things down every day. Write down things, everything that you're grateful for. You know, maybe you start off with just 3 things a day that you're grateful for, things that happen to you, things that you have, things that you acquired, you know. And doing this practice allows you, if you read back in your journal, to find things that remind you of why you're happy, remind you of things that remove stress and tension from your mind. These things come through meditation. That's another anchor. You know, sit down, get away from the television, the radio, just take deep breaths. Sometimes you got to close your eyes and pay attention to what's still there. That's the only thing that's real. That's the fifth dimension. Most people are running around in 3D, front, back, side to side, up and down. Some people haven't made it to 4D, in and out. Some people haven't made it to the fifth dimension, which is your mind. If you close your eyes, you can see things. You can see things that happened in the past. Say something quiet to yourself right now, and you heard that without any vibration, without using your ears. You were able to hear a voice in the head. You were able to speak without moving your mouth. That's the fifth dimension. If you read the Bible and they say in the beginning was the word, or speaking life into yourself, same thing with, I think it was the papyri of Ani, saying that he spat himself out of his own mouth, or spoke himself into existence. This is how the gods created everything around us. So we have to understand and understand and overstand at all times that this illusion that we walk around in, that we call the third dimension, is simply that. It's not real. We created it. You understand? But there's always going to be that part of you after your body is no longer in use that still exists. That's the immortal. That's the God. That inner voice from the higher source of your life force. That's what you tap into. At a time right now where it's a big fear campaign, propaganda, everybody running around like a chicken with their head cut off, it's very imperative that you focus on the things that you can control, that you give thanks for the things you have, because I guarantee you there's somebody out there who's thriving and surviving without half as much as what you have, and wish they had what you got. There's plenty of people walking around, oh, my feet hurt, until they meet somebody in a wheelchair who wishes they knew what that even meant. They never had the uses of their feet. They never knew what it felt like for their feet to feel pain or even feel their feet at all. oh, I have a job, I hate this job. I'm preaching from the choir, I'm speaking from experience. There were times when I didn't have an ability that I knew of to make money, to survive another day. You got to give thanks for everything in life. Your life is happening exactly how it should be, based on your efforts, based on your thoughts. If you're still blaming anybody outside of yourself for your condition, you are not ready for this life. I want you to understand that. You know, give thanks for everything you have before you learn to give thanks for what you used to have, or be sad about what you lost. Life can go by in the blink of an eye. It's up to you. Happiness is not the destination. Happiness is the path. I choose happiness every day. Plenty of people attack me. Plenty of demonic entities, energy vampires, and those types of beings want me to come down to their level, resonate from a fear vibration, a scarcity mindset, and I refuse. I don't care if I have $1 in my pocket. I know that I'm loved. I know that I'm protected. This is bigger than having a new outfit. This is bigger than whether or not I look dolled up and you know, everybody looks at my shoes and say, hey, those are the new shoes, or, you know, he got the flyest car out here. It's not about that. What I have inside is far more valuable. You're way more powerful than you know, and they fear the day that you understand that. If you only knew how powerful your thoughts were, you would never think another negative one. Nobody's perfect. I think negative thoughts all the time. But this message is not just for you, but for myself, for my children. You know, the remembrance that happiness is all in the mind. There were times where I was sleeping outside and somehow I still found a way to smile every single day. There were times where I was locked up, body-wise, but they couldn't lock my mind. That's because I learned how to resonate from that fifth dimension, from that love, that unconditional love, where they call it the gates of heaven. You know, if you read the Bible, the Christ said, no one be able to say there or here, you know, saying that that's where the kingdom of heaven is, that the kingdom of heaven is really in your midst, you know, within you. This is where the true happiness is. This is where the true pleasure is. It's very disheartening and dangerous for you to place happiness anywhere outside of yourself. I wouldn't advise that, because any of those things can be taken away. Your circumstances that you're in right now can easily change in a blink of an eye. Are you aware of where you are right now? Are you aware of everything that you have to be grateful for? Are you trying your best? Are you putting forth your best effort? Are you blocking out the negative? It's up to you. Are you going to resonate from fear or love? The choice is yours. Scarcity is a fear vibration. Abundance, that's love. Trust and believe when I say I've been through the valley of the shadow of death. I done eased on down the road, that yellow brick road. And at the end, I realized that the power was within me all along. It was tough to take that. I didn't want to accept responsibility for what I put myself in. But ultimately, I made choices every step of the way. It takes self-accountability to turn into self-mastery. You can't go around blaming everybody. You'll be living a miserable life like that. Trust me, I know that all too well. Decide. This is the matrix. This is where the paradigm shift comes. When you pick the red pill or the blue pill, you're gonna go back to sleep and wake back up in this mundane, day-to-day, I ain't got enough, I can't do it mindset. Or you're gonna recognize that you create your own reality through your thoughts and your actions. The choice is yours. Peace.